listening to Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
My personal belief is that there is very compelling evidence that we may not be alone.
There has been and is an existing presence, an ET presence. It's not going to make a difference. It's not going to change reality.
I believe, as do the other folks that were on the flight, that when we visually saw it, that it was something not from this world.
Goof On Radio.
You were either in or you were either out, brother.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
Goof On Radio.
Remain seated, please. Permanecer sentados, por favor.
You're listening to Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
All right. Welcome to Goof On, everybody. I'm your host, Rich Giordano. It is Monday, post-Father's Day, June 19th, 2023. How are we? Good, great, bad, sort of, doing all right. I'm glad you guys are here. It's right after Father's Day weekend. I still see the tears drying up on your shoulders from all that crying and rememorizing everything you guys did as a child. When your father used to teach you how to ride your bike, or did you guys talk about when Daddy used to help you poop? And now you're getting old, so you need help again? Nah, that's not me. But tonight, we're going to talk about, would the government kill to hide the real truth about UFOs? Yeah, they would. Yeah, and I'll talk about why that is. You may think you know the answer. Maybe you do. Maybe I don't. But I wanted to say that we are about to get hit with some serious storms here. And it's right on the front door. I mean, I could hear it all. And I looked at the radar, and it's only this far from my house right now. It's really, if you look on the, it's that far away, eyelash. So if the lights go out, the power, we'll do what we did the other night. We'll wait for it to come back. So, which was only a few minutes, right? The power only went out for an instant, but it clicked us off, and then I had to reboot the computer and all that. But we should get started. Let's do a little bit of roll call, which, I don't know why I'm still doing roll call after 4 years, but people, I know we're going to be 4 years as Goof On in October. Man, that's weird. 4 years. I had a 5-year plan. Yeah, it's working. We're almost there. Lady Cymbeline, welcome to the show. Cymbeline. You're new here, huh? Welcome. Josie UK, welcome to the show. David Wilcox, not Wilcock, welcome to the show. I can't believe I made that mistake the other day. Lisa M. Oh, you got shades on there. That looks good. Yeah, I always like your new pictures. Thank you very much for hanging out, Lisa. Lisa M. Jeanette. The best an angel can get. No, wait. The best a man can get. Angel. With a 10-pound, 10-quid super dono. A dono is a donation with no message, no sticker. It's just pure love here at Goof On. It's a dono. Thank you, Jeanette Angel, the angel of Goof On, for your 10-pound, 10-quid super dono. Mucho gusto, generoso. Welcome to the show, So. Donovan, welcome to the show. Samo, Goofonian Rockstar. Welcome to the show, Samo. Dan Bub, the Bubs. Welcome. Alfie Joe Bob is here. Love saying that. Intergalactic Angler. Welcome to the show. Hey, what's up, Dr. Damien? How you doing? Huh? Hey, the Shirtless Wonder. B. Birkins. What's up, Bob? What do you say there, Bob? Sky Allen. Everybody, Sky Allen. Hey, you doing that UFO chick? Welcome to the show. TUFOC. Two folk. Two folk. Watch your mouth. Hey, it's two folk. Hey, two folk you. Huh? Brookes, what do you say there, Chief? Welcome to the show. Shane Reed, everybody, with a 2-pound, 2 quid, no, $2 super dono. I got a little excited. What's up, Shane? How you been, man? Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Thanks, Shane. That's a 2-pound, 2 quid super dono. I did it again? It's a soup. Your mother's monkey. It's a super dono. Thank you very much. Shane Reed, everybody. Claudia Rodriguez is here. How are you? What do you say there, doll face? All right. Just to show I'm not a misogynistic pig. Samo, what are you doing, doll face? Kelly Lewis has a doll face. How you doing, Kel? Good to see you. See? I do it for everybody. Everybody. Marie Jose Sproul just sent $2.50 on the PayPal. That's right, folks. You can help support Goof On the same way these people, these kind, generous souls, are helping Goof On stay afloat. Super Chat, Super Sticker, PayPal, Cash App. All the links are in the show description. Super Chat, Super Sticker, PayPal, Cash App. 2 all beef patty, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun. Somebody, I don't know who it was, emailed me and said, you know, when you do your thing for your Super Chat, it sounds like the Big Mac, the McDonald's commercial. I'm like, oh yeah, it does, doesn't it? I think that's where I got it from subconsciously. Super chat, super sticker, PayPal, Cash App. Thanks, guys. I appreciate the support. I really do. Like nobody's business. Thank you, Marie Jose Sproul. You're a generous supporter and have been for many, many, many eons. Grazie, grazie. Donovan, how you doing, man? Welcome to the show. You look good today. See? Look at the hair. It's perfect. You haven't looked better. You haven't. He hasn't looked better. You look good. You're almost surreal. That's how good you look today. What's this? Hey, William Bridges. How you doing, man? Welcome to the show. Tony. I see. How you doing? Welcome to the show. Easy. E021. What do you say? How do you be? Welcome to the show. Hey, who's this guy over here? It's Greg O'Brien. What do you say there? I don't know. I got nothing. I was going to try to do something. I couldn't. Hey, what do you say, Truth Entertainment? How you doing, man? Zach Diecast Mont. Hey. Damn boy. How you doing? 107? I mean, I lived in that before. That sucks. Today in Florida, I laid out in the sun. I didn't go to the beach because it was one of those days where I only had an hour to do anything, and I chose to do that, which turned out to be only 45 minutes. It was 95 degrees with 90% humidity, and I'm thinking, why is nobody else here at the pool today? That's why. After 45 minutes, I was 38 minutes to be exact, actually. I was drenched. I got up and I went inside our little community thing, went to the restroom, and I just felt like I was getting heat stroke or something. And it started putting water on me and everything. And I don't have a shirt. I just have my shorts on and soaked. And people are walking by, working out and shit. I hate the way they have that set up. You got to walk by everybody there, right from the pool where the gym is. I'm like, real genius makeup there. Like nobody cares about us old people. Anyway, I guess nobody works out, but there were 3 people in there and I just felt a little nude. But man, oh God, I usually stay out for an hour and a half, but I only gave it 45 minutes. Hence the glow. But man, it was weird. It was hot. Today was a hot day. When I went outside this morning at 7:30, it was hot. I'm like, oh, this is different heat. And I'm going on now living here just past 2 years. The first 2 summers, we didn't even hit 95. And today was 95. And that is a different animal from 90 to 95 with 90% humidity. Now I understand. But I didn't mind it. I recovered quickly. I went home and took a cold one. All right, Jay Serno. Well, hey, what do you say there? How do you be? Did I forget some super chat? Stephen Karn with the £2 2 quid. Hey, brother, get a drink on me. Love the UK. I don't understand that, but that's good. Oh, I see what you're saying. Love from the UK. Got it. Thank you, Stephen. He's a little slow. It's raining. Thunder. Yeah, it's coming now. I can see right through the blinds. I have these blinds in front of me. I haven't blacked out the window yet. But it's one of the last things I'm going to do when I finish the studio, which I didn't do because yesterday was Father's Day. And I spent all day. It was fun. Don Mofo throwing down a $1 super dono. Mucho gusto, generoso, Don Mofo. Thanks, Mofo. Appreciate it, bro. Thank you so much. That's a mucho gusto, generoso type of dono. The love's all that matters. It's the love. You know, it is. Thank you. And you know, I don't know. Hey, Bernie, how'd that jump in there? That's a $2 super dono as well. Mucho gusto generoso, my friend. Thank you for being a continuing supporter of Goof On. And you've been here a minute. You've been here a couple of years too, right? 3 years? You've been here a minute. Continuing supporting the show. Thank you. Yeah, you can't leave. That's the whole thing. Once you're in, you're in. Once you're in, you're in. It's coming down, but not. The video came through from the other night, that storm I was telling you about. I got to give you a sneak peek on the storm. Here we go. That I'll pull it right up. This was insane. I'm telling you. All right, maybe you've seen it like this, and I have, but I was told this isn't the worst. It gets worse than this. So this was the other night when I was bragging about the rain.
Here we go in Florida.
All right. I'm going to get angry. I'm just going to let it sit there and let it. It's got to load up. It's pissing me off because we're doing the show. We'll come back to that at the end of the show. I'll throw it in there halfway through. I don't know, whenever it's ready. It's loading. Let's start. So a show like this only comes around once a year where we talk about murder. And the government, and guys, let me tell you something. I don't hate what Grush did or what happened. You know, I don't even think it was his fault, but he's an adult. He makes his final decision. What he did was very interesting. All right. We all know it's super interesting, right? But we're all skeptical because it's hearsay. He heard it. However, if you throw in his ranking, who he was to the government and all that stuff, you throw it in, it is an important, I'm just going to say, because it's easier, whistleblower testimony. But I don't like it. And I don't like it. And I hate it. Because we didn't get any evidence. There's documents and shit like that in an IC complaint. I got it all. I understand. He talked to Dopser and he got approved what he could say and even may have stepped over the boundaries a little bit. Is he in trouble? No. You want to know why? He said some things that nobody else has ever said from his rank, right? Alien bodies, we got them. Technology, boom, we got the alien technology, boom. UFOs, we got them. We got it all. Got the whole gamut. They're hiding it. We've heard that song and dance before, but not somebody of his caliber. That's why it's interesting. That's why he lived. They gave Grush, and they did it smart. You know, he retires. He doesn't work for them anymore. Whether he gets a pension to this point, I'm sure he's still going to get it because they agreed he could say some of these things because they know there's no evidence and the guy's going to look a little loony. Did he come across as loony? Absolutely not. Did he come across as somebody you could trust? Almost. I hate that I wish I could be blind to his body language. I can't. The guy was all over the map. And it looked like it. You don't even have to be a body language amateur to see that there was something wrong with this guy's head movements, his and all those dramatic facial expressions that he gave us. Yeah, they've been planning it. This guy's been groomed for that day, that interview. He was groomed for it. Thunder, it's right here now. It's starting to get a little crazy. That's why he lived. Now, Greer does his thing a week later after Grush's interview part 2. And a week after the alien in Las Vegas, Greer pops out with first-hand account whistleblowers. And these people, if you look at them, the way when they were telling their stories, on Greer's, the lights must have been hot, but they all looked like they were under a lot of stress. Nobody looked like they were feeling safe. I don't know. They looked like they were sweating. They looked all like they were up all night. I think it was the lighting, but nonetheless, the experience that the first-hand whistleblowers gave us was one that was totally different from Grush. It felt more real. Their body language looked real. It was consistent with what they were saying. You knew you were getting first-hand account information. But they lived, and you know why? No evidence. Well, paper trails of who they are, missions they were on, blah, 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 blah. No evidence. They live. They all live. Yes, they're gonna live. But what will get you killed? That's what I want to know too. Because nobody's been killed in a while, right? Schneider may have been. I mean, what we know of people in the field or in the government, should I say. That's what I'm really saying. Government people. But you can throw citizens into this mix too. If, you know, all right, I don't know if you saw today, I put up a, wow. That was a lot closer than the last one. What was I saying? God, I got distracted by that. That was intense. I felt it on my desk. That was like really bass. Boom, 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 boom. The difference is, and the reason these people live, they don't have evidence like pictures of aliens, UFOs, secret technologies. They don't have it. Nobody does. That is coming out and becoming a whistleblower. That's how you live. You want to die? Do you? Get some UFOs on video, close up. Get some aliens on video. Real good video, not like this Las Vegas blurry blob stuff. You know what I mean? Nobody's got it. Nobody's coming around with it. Because they will be silenced. And let me tell you something. Anybody in the government, it must, you know, most likely military, most likely the Navy or Air Force, people that are flying around more and out there on the front lines and doing whatever, they see a lot of that stuff, right? The unknowns. Ryan Graves talked about when they were on training missions, they saw them every day. Every day. The Pierce lips. Because it's true. Saw him on radar, not with his eyes, but that's another story for another show. If you want to listen to that, go back a week ago. We talked about it. That sounds like somebody, like I know, Burchett. David Wilcox, not Wilcox says, and thank you for the $11 Canadian support, by the way. If you had evidence, you would be shot 3 times in the back and it would be listed as suicide. Yeah. That's so true. That is so funny and sad and true. Yeah, just like Phil Schneider. I believe Phil Schneider was. I believe he was outed, taken out. Well, he outed himself. The words came out wrong. Yeah, come on. The guy's neck, the guy had bruises around his neck like he was strangled, yet they said he died of some sort of a heart congestive failure or something that didn't match. Anyway, his records were stolen anyway. The sister tried getting, that was a whole cover. We did a whole story on third phase of Moon. I should pull that up, actually. That was a really good episode where we talked about people getting killed or Phil Schneider. I think it was just Phil Schneider, yeah. That was a good episode. David Wilcox, yeah. Yeah, that's why I say if you have evidence, don't tell anybody. And that's what happens in the government. Why you won't see this evidence. And you know why? Because somebody always knows. Nothing is 100% secret. And people are people. And when we get in tight situations, who do you go to for advice? People that are in your situation. So, of course, if you have something, let's say a Navy pilot secretly took his phone up on a training mission with Ryan Graves and got a picture of these UFOs, right? Let's say that happened. I don't know why it didn't, to be honest. And it might have. But guess what? We're not going to see it because they know that kind of evidence, clear, HD, up close, in your face, UFO experience, that kind of evidence will get you killed. True story. That's why you never see it. And you probably won't for a while. You probably won't see anything from the government like that. That's why you haven't. Because they know. That's why they let a hearsay whistleblower say those things with his type of ranking. Because there's no evidence. Let him say what he wants. He's got nothing. Half the people are going to think he's crazy. Half the people are going to think he's making it up. I don't think he made it up at all. I think everything Grush said he believes 1,000,000%. Look, the government's got it. There's no doubt in my mind. If there are UFOs and aliens or whatever, our government has it. I do. I believe they've got it if there is anything. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think Grush is crazy at all. I think he's saying, but we already knew that. See, we knew it already. He didn't tell us anything new. All it did was confirm what we already knew. It's not disclosure. It's confirmation. We've talked about that before. So Grush gave us confirmation of what we already know. It's not disclosure by any means. Is it slow drip, the beginning? It might be, but I don't think so. And I'm sorry to bring it down to you that way. Thanks, David Wilcox. Mucho gusto generoso, sir. The reason I don't think it's happening, disclosure, because how many times do we need to see the same things over and over and hear the stories? But at least we got secondhand information from a guy who was pretty high up, who was in UAPTF. Big deal. It's funny to me that the whole world was just going nuts over this Grush character. And he's got nothing. So what will it take? It'll take exactly what I've been saying will have to happen, what other people have said has to happen. Somebody needs to break the law. Hold on. I gotta kill this mother. You gotta be kidding me. Wow, what a brave ass gnat. Little frickin' gnats that are all over. You open up your front door and you got these gnats. They're like, I don't know why they're by the door. It's at my parents' house too. I hate them. So humid. We've had so much rain. Is that video ready? Let me show you quick. Unbelievable. It's still blurry. Why is my video blurry? I don't understand that.
Whoa,
I'm not going to play this.
Hurricane shit. Oh, man.
It's blurry.
Wow.
I'm not going to show it. I'm embarrassed. It won't come in clear. It's like the internet's not working or something. But it's running very well, actually. Look. I have a test running. Here, speed test. Let's pull it up. Let's do the speed test. Yeah? Seriously? Ready? Here. Let's see how we're doing. All right, so it's running fine. Yeah, that'll get up to 3940. So we're doing fine. 800's usually where I'm at. 790, 40. Perfect. I'm not. So everything should be working fine. Why that's not coming in is beyond me. That video should be spot on, and it's not, and it's pissing me off. That sucks. I'm looking right at it. It's not. I don't understand why it won't come in. Oh, there it is. Oh, it's clear. All right. But it is crazy, to be honest with you. The whistleblower thing, all this. Here we go.
Oh, damn it, just got me. The winds are swirling all over.
It was pretty bad. It got worse. I mean, this is when it started getting bad again. But it looks like there's a hose coming down on it. I got some good protection. But it was coming down, non-stop lightning.
It had died over me. That was so close. I'm actually a little worried.
Still not clear, the video.
lights
It's
are gonna go out.
still not 100% clear.
If the power doesn't go out, I'd be surprised. Whoa. Brooksville still lives on 1960 electricity. Power goes out all the time. Whoa. Let's go wide shot.
Anyway, it gets crazy. It was pretty cool. All right, back to work. So, you want to be a whistleblower and you want to live, don't have evidence. That's all I can say. Here's what happens when they're in there, in the government. Like I was saying, they have this evidence, right? So what are they going to do? If a pilot was flying with Graves and got his phone out illegally, not supposed to have phones while you're flying the F-22s or whatever, but somebody gets a picture of this now, or video. Now they have evidence they want to prove to the world. What do? Who do they go to? If they talk to one of their friends or co-workers or whatever you call them, they might tell somebody. Who do you trust? You can't go to your higher ups. they may tell their higher ups, and now you're on their watch list. What do you do if you see how hard it is? You see why? But you know there's going to be some days when somebody would have spoken to somebody else, and then that person didn't tell on them, and maybe, just maybe, those two people will bring it forward. But that's why shit doesn't get brought forward, the real evidence. How do you get it out without you can't, because you tell somebody that you have evidence. Let's say that pilot shows his friend, his fly buddy. Hey, Mr. Graves, how you doing? Look what I caught up in the F-22. And he shows him. And he goes, you got a picture of the UFO? You're not supposed to have any cameras up there, you know. We've already got cameras on here. Yeah, but those are FLIR and the public never sees it. I'm going to go public with this. The world needs to see this video of a UFO chasing us in our F-22s. Running circles around us, Ryan. Don't you think the world should know? I mean, it's not even part of our training mission, Ryan. They're out there every day. Every day? And I'm scared. So now I got a picture on video for it, 30 frames a second. I want to show the world I'm going to be a whistleblower. What do you say, Ryan? Graves? A month goes by. You barely talk to Graves. He doesn't even really talk to you. And you notice something's going on. Everybody's whispering. Every time you walk into the room, it gets a little quiet and a little shh. That's because Graves went and talked to the higher ups. And now everybody knows that we have that video that we snuck on the F-22. See, that's how it works probably, right? You can't tell anybody. Prick. Oh, what'd I do? I had to kill that gnat. I knocked it down earlier and I just saw it. It was still alive. So what do? You got the evidence, right? There you go. You can go to Greer. Don't you think that would have happened already? See, this is what Jeremy Corbell claims. Jeremy Corbell claims that these people contact him like a Grush character, but they have this evidence, right? And the funny thing is, the evidence is always shit. I don't remember seeing this. Denbub? Did I call this one today? I don't remember seeing $14. Thank you very much, Denbub. I had to say something. I don't remember saying it, and that was earlier. Thank you very much. If I did, then I don't remember. My brain's going crazy, but I don't remember saying 14. Maybe I said 10 by accident. Thanks again. I appreciate it, Denbub. But the thing is, how do you get the evidence out? Right, you want to go to Greer? See, then you have to research. So let's back up. I'm a pilot. I'm on Greer's team. Squadron, I don't know, whatever you call it. Fly buddies. And I get a picture on my Samsung Ultra 23. I don't tell anybody anything. Nobody's even suspicious of me. But yet I have evidence of a UFO on my phone. And it's good. I go to Greer. The power just went a little bit. It flickered just a little. If I go to Greer, how do I know who he knows? Now, I don't know if Greer would rat me out or anything, but imagine I'm still working. I'm still a pilot. I'm still contracted. I have an NDA. I can't talk about anything I do, any work, anything I see. if I do this, I could go to jail. I could go to prison. It's treason. It is. It's treason. You're breaking the code. You're breaking the code. Can't break that code. But if you do, you could be killed for it. And you know what? If I worked in the government and I heard somebody had evidence that they may want to come forward and tell the world and show the world, I don't know what the evidence is. All I know is that Greer's got it. What do you do as a government official? Do you go to Greer and say, hey, we heard? No, you go to the guy. You take the guy. You go right to the source. You can't tell anybody. No one. So what happens if I want to go to the news with it? I've got this. I'm a pilot. Da-da-da-da-da. Do you see how crazy it sounds? How hard it might be? You go to the news, say, hey, I'm a pilot. I've got UFO evidence. They're going to call and start doing research on you, which would bring up some red flags. Because you're part of the military. You're part of the government. You start doing research on me, you may bring up some red flags that may out me without me even telling anybody inside the circle of friends and workers I have. It's so weird, right? If you really think about it, if you're in the government and you have evidence like this, what do you do? Go to Greer? I don't know. You can come to me, but I don't know what to do. I just want to see the evidence. I don't know what I would be able to do for you. Who do you trust? You can't trust anyone, especially in media. Because if they're going to take evidence of a UFO and put it on the news, the 6 o'clock news, and have a whistleblower who's still in the military come out and say he's got it on his phone, you would never make the interview. They'll be at your house within 8 minutes. I'm telling you, as soon as that goes up on the news, in 20 minutes, we're going to have a man who says he's still with the Air Force or the Navy, who has evidence of a flying saucer, of a UFO. This is unprecedented, and that's coming up in 20 minutes right here on Fox News, Channel 10. That phone would be ringing within 30 seconds. Down at Fox. Who do you got? What are they doing? This is Colonel. This is Admiral. This is so-and-so. Hi, this is Mr. Illuminati. Yeah, we're real. We're real. That guy can't go on your show. If he does, your family dies. I'm sorry. My name is John Illuminati. Yeah. Look it up. All right. That's what happens. Denbub, thank you very much, man. Appreciate that. Michelle with the $2 super dono. Thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. Michelle's here every day. A continuing supporter of Goof On. Mucho gusto, generoso. Grazie. I saw Denbub. Canadian $2.79, $2.80 just to miss. I know I missed your super dono. Grazie. Marvelous Marvin with the $5 super dono, a continuing supporter of Goof On as well. Mucho gusto, generoso. Appreciate it. David Wilcox, not Wilcock, with another. If you had evidence, you would be shot. Oh, we already did this one. Oh, I thought it was another one. I don't know how'd that happen? How'd that get to the front of the line? That's weird. All right. Thank you very much again. Mr. B's Truth Seekers with a $10 super dono. Hey, thanks a lot, man. Appreciate that. That's continuing support, of course. You've been Very supportive the last month. Thank you. Or however long you've been around, man. Thanks for the support. Really. And Brett S. Hey, what do you say there, Chief? Great video. I know. I watched it. I emailed you back. That was good. But I don't want to tell everybody what it was. Anyway, thank you very much, Brett. Appreciate the super dono, a $10 super dono. Definitely a continuing supporter of Goof On. Thanks, man. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate that. I really do. It all goes back into the kitty. Let me clean up this here. There we go. So do you see how hard it is now? Do you see? How do you do it? You have to be secretive. You can't tell a soul. And what soul do you talk to that can get you on the news? Do you see how hard this is? And then you get on the news, and now how can you trust somebody from the news you don't know? So if I was a whistleblower to be, and if you had evidence, you can come to me. I will find out what you should do. I just want to see the evidence first before everybody. So come to me with it. I can get you in contact with Greer, or you can contact Greer yourself. But if you don't want to and you want to be anonymous, you can do it through me. I'll do that for you. I'll put my life on the line to get your real evidence out, only if it's real evidence. Right. And third phase of moon might give you $1 million, because they have that $1 million reward for any real UFO or alien footage. Proof. Yeah. That may be happening. If you don't want it, you don't need it. I think you'll need it for your legal. Well, you won't make it that far. But that's the problem you got as a whistleblower. Yeah. Can't tell anybody. None of your friends. You can't tell your family. Absolutely not. Can't tell anyone. So now you've got this secret, and it's all right here. That whistleblower needs to save that somewhere, safe, and have it as an assurance that you maintain that your life. Like, if you kill me, that video's going on the internet, and it's going to be from a source you won't be able to stop. You know, I wouldn't put it on YouTube. I would put it on, you know what I would probably do? I don't know. Well, if I was to do it, if I was to post something, I don't know, man. You'll get killed. That's the difference. That's why you have a secondhand whistleblower telling us things that only he would know about and not know about. He doesn't know about it. He heard about it. Do you see? Do you see why Grush was brought out? Do you see? He told us stuff. We already knew it. It was all secondhand. He had no evidence. Bump it up a notch. What if he was firsthand evidence? What if he was there firsthand? What if he saw it with his own eyes? Changes, doesn't it? It does. It does. Because you know it's his story from his memory, not somebody else's. That's why Grush is alive today. Especially talk to Dopser beforehand. They approved everything. He's fine. Nothing will happen. Check this out. Here's a video. This is from The Hill. They talked about this. I couldn't believe it. This was only from yesterday. Oh my God, I thought this was older. Let's see what they're saying about this from the Hill of all people. I always like to know what other people think when we talk about the death of a whistleblower. It doesn't have to be UFOs. It could be whatever you're blowing on the whistle.
Decorated former combat veteran David Grush went public last week with claims that the U.S. has a decades-old UFO retrieval program. Grush also dropped the bombshell allegation that people have been killed by, quote, non-human intelligences. Here he is on News Nation. Let's watch.
Wait. People have been killed by non-human intelligences. And says government will do anything to protect the secret.
We're definitely not alone. Absolutely, the data points empirically that we're not alone, yeah.
Do we have bodies? Do we have species of
well,
non-human?
naturally, when you recover something that's either landed or crashed, sometimes you encounter dead pilots. And
He didn't say dead alien pilots.
And believe it or not, as fantastical as that sounds,
hey, I hate that word.
It's true.
Grush, who previously worked as a representative for the National Geospatial Intelligence Agency, where his job was to help investigate UFOs, also said recently, quote, I think the logical fallacy there is because they're advanced, they're kind, we'll never really understand their full intent, and that's because we're not them. But I think what appears to be malevolent activity has happened. That's based on nuclear site probing activities and witness testimony.
Did you see that? I think the logical fallacy there is because they're advanced, they're kind. We'll never really understand their full intent, and that's because we're not them. But I think what appears to be malevolent activity has happened. And that's based on nuclear site probing activities and witness testimony from Jen Smith, June 12th.
And that's because we're not them. But I think what appears to be malevolent activity has happened. That's based on nuclear site probing activities and witness testimony. Grush went further, saying the U.S. would do anything, including killing people, in an effort to keep this secret.
Yeah, so I'm fascinated by this. I don't mean to nerd out again, but this idea that we can perceive beings as malevolent because we don't understand their behavior is a core principle of Star Trek and why the Prime Directive is so important, the non-interference principle. An early episode with this thing they call the crystalline entity. This thing was going around, destroying planets, causing chaos, this big crystal rock-like thing in space. And they realized, this happens a lot in Star Trek, oh, it's just trying to feed. Oh, it's just trying to eat. Oh, it doesn't really realize what it's doing or the impact it's having on other species. And it would be interesting to interrogate whether or not, I mean, this is also the doomsday scenario of so many sci-fi movies. An alien comes, a human overreacts, shoots them, etc., and now we're in an intergalactic war. So there.
A human overreacts and starts a war? What movies is she watching? When has that ever happened? When has that ever happened? It only happened in one or two movies. The only movie that's happened is, you could say it happened in Signs. You know, because remember in Signs with the crop circles and everything, Mel Gibson movie, I think it was 2012 or something, I don't know, it was a while back. Do you know that's when the aliens started freaking out, is when they injured the alien, chopped the finger off. That was an act of hostility. The aliens weren't there to hurt anybody, but we were so scared of them. And then the thing put its fingers underneath the door and he chopped one off. That's when the aliens decided to get up and go. We're not welcoming. But anyway, she got it wrong. I think it's cute. I think it's really nice, but it's not how it happens. It's funny. I don't know. I have to pause the video here and there.
There is something, I think, kind of satisfying and interesting about someone contemplating that it would be actually difficult to judge the intent of a UFO.
What are the odds
ET?
we encounter or they come here to encounter us, an alien or extra-dimensional or extraterrestrial, a non-human intelligence, but that is like within the ballpark of our intelligence level? What I mean is like they're interested in our nuclear stuff. Like ants don't have any relationship to human beings. Like ants don't go about their lives thinking, what do the human beings think, right?
They're pretty interested in.
I hate that analogy. I used to use it, but I hate that analogy. Ants, you don't compare ants to humans and humans to aliens. We are much better than an ant. Much. All ants do is fight and create passageways. Well, and eat and poop, but we create everything around us. That's not what an ant, it's not the same. I understand what they're trying to say. The intellect, the miles between species of intellect is so great that they're comparing us and ants and us to aliens as the same type of intelligence issues. I don't believe that. I don't know ants that can speak different languages. Yeah, I don't know any ants that can fly an airplane or build a TV or an iPhone or create anything. Yeah. Sorry, it's not the same. I understand, but it's not the same. We are way more exciting than an ant and way more intelligent than an ant. And I don't like that analogy. Oh, it's like the aliens are talking to ants, like us talking to ants. Aliens talking to us is like us talking to ants. No, it's not. Ants don't talk back to us. How do you know? We know. But we'll talk back to an alien. Hate that analogy now.
In our picnic having behavior.
But they're like, we're not perceivable to the ants. We're so different and distinct.
But isn't that kind of the point?
It will be like that with aliens.
I think that's exactly what we're saying. But me and Grush is what we're talking about, is the idea that because ants don't perceive us and we largely don't pay attention to ants, there are behaviors that we engage in that really have nothing to do with the ants but that are harmful to them. Let's say we build a condo and it digs up an anthill, and there are behaviors that they have that are at least irritating to us, if not harmful. There's fire ants and more dangerous kinds of ants. But it's not really about us. They're just protecting their territory or trying to come to our kitchen for snacks or whatever it is. So I think that's a really significant possibility.
But what is being suggested is a similar level. Oh, they have crafts they're recognizably non-human, but we can kind of see that they're spaceships. They're interested in our nuclear secrets. That's like encountering like another country or something, or a human species, like a similar Earth-like planet with similar. Do you know what I mean? That's too close to like what our intelligence and interest and how we do things is. Like a genuine alien will be like. It might not even be perceptible to the human in the way that, you know.
That's a great point. However, Guy, they're flying around in what we are being told by the government, these tic-tac looking type of things that are tablet shaped, about 40 to 45 feet long, 20 feet wide, give or take. That sounds more man-made. What he's saying, that is really true. That could be true. The aliens could get here and we wouldn't even know it. We wouldn't even understand what we're looking at, maybe, if we saw them for real. And that's kind of what the rumor's been. All the years I've been in ufology, I've always heard this, that the aliens, what they look like, is so unbelievable that we wouldn't be able to understand what we're looking at. Kind of what this guy's saying. Maybe he heard the same thing I did. And I didn't hear that from Greer. You know, it's something you hear throughout history. It's like the aliens are more fantastical than what we can imagine. Can you imagine a species living 1 billion years, or being 1 billion years and more advanced? See, I think that there's a misperception of that. Just because the universe is 13.8 billion years old doesn't mean that these alien species that could be visiting or are here are old, right? They could be only a couple 100,000 years old as well. Maybe they just figured out technology differently, different way of doing things. Maybe they went with Tesla's way instead of Rockefeller's way or Jefferson's way, or wherever the hell. What was his name? Who was the guy? AC Delco? Double A MCO. See, these alien creatures could be dumber than we are. They could be. Just because they fly around in spaceships doesn't mean they're more advanced. It means that they figured out how to fly spaceships or make them. That's it. Nobody knows if they're interdimensional. Nobody knows if they're time travelers. Nobody knows if they went faster than the speed of light. Nobody knows. They're just, let's just say they are here. They've been here. We don't know where they're from. We don't know anything. Really, we don't. But they're here. And just because their little spaceship can make right-angled turns means they have better technology and are smarter than we are as a species? Give me a break. It's bullshit theory. It doesn't make any sense. Unless you have facts. Well, the aliens must have all this extreme technology. They've been around for 100 million years. Really? The Anunnaki have been around hundreds and thousands of years. Going by those stories I got. Oh, I see. My bad. Hey, my bad. I forgot about the Anunnaki. You keep on knocking, but you can't go in. All right, we're halfway done. I want to hear what the rest of these blowhards have to say.
In the way that microscopic organisms are not perceptible to us.
That's a fascinating point, because Grush also weighed in on that. This is from an article in New York Magazine that...
But an amoeba can't travel great distances. Oh, I'm sorry.
Is a skeptic of Grush and has tabulated what it considers to be more of his outlandish claims. One of them says, I don't want to necessarily denote origin. I don't think we have all the data to say, oh, they're coming from a certain location. He proposed the vehicles the Pentagon is hiding could have come from a different physical dimension as described in quantum mechanics, saying, we know there are extra dimensions due to high energy particle collisions, etc., and there's a theoretical framework to explain that.
We know? Wait, we know there's multiple dimensions. We know? Do we? Theoretically. But he said, we know.
Location, he proposed the vehicles the Pentagon is hiding could have come from a different physical dimension as described in quantum mechanics, saying, we know there are extra dimensions due to high energy particle collisions, etc., and there's a theoretical framework to explain that.
Oh, I didn't play it any further, I don't think. Got
it. Does that help? Does that help for you, or does that make it worse?
No, I think that's all possible, but that does not at all, to me, resemble what we're talking about when we're talking about flying objects people have seen and recovered pieces of ships and technology and weird glimpses of things in the desert or where.
And we're going to get into what Avi Loeb found in the ocean.
Where else? That is very different, and thus I think largely a hoax and not true. Mm-hmm. When an actual alien presence will be as different to us. It'd be like a shadow or an ink blot. It'll come from it'll not be something we can even idea. It'll be so foreign.
But that's not what the experiencers are saying. I wouldn't even say that with my dreams that I've had. Similar to many thousands of people's dreams or experiences. Yeah, shadow people, guys. I know you're going to not like it, but I think they're real, whatever they are. I've seen it. I've got it on video. couple of times.
So different to...
So the aliens would be different. Fast forward to Las Vegas aliens. Remember when we were looking at the video analysis the other day? And one of the videos had a shadow of an 8 to 10 foot tall being. See, and I don't know if those are real or fake. It could be CGI. I talked to Third Phase of Moon. Those guys know a lot of shit about CGI and filming, and they can really... They haven't looked... The last time I talked to them was 3-4 days ago. They haven't really done an analysis or looked at that close up yet, but they're still they were on the fence about it, and I'm still on the fence about that evidence. But shadows? That's interesting.
And anything that it's almost like beyond our imagination.
Yeah, I really like that. Some people have critiqued, Star Trek and other sci-fi shows for this like humanoid.
All right. Anyway, but as far as people have been getting killed, true. True that. People have. For UFO evidence, you bet your aspirin. You bet your aspirin. So being that this young lady on the newscast there, The Hill, said something about evidence, let's pull up the Avi Loeb story that's been making the grounds here. Because this is, I don't know if it's definitely something to watch, but we got to watch it. It's the debris update, their recovery. Here, let me pull it up for you so you can see what I'm seeing. All we are is dust in the wind. Here we go. Here's what it says. We recovered shock-resisting steel in the debris field of the first recognized interstellar meteor, IM-1. Wow. June 19th, 2023, today. There he is. That looks like me when I get my my weed from the dispensary. Hey, everybody, look at this here. I got my nuggets. On run 6 of the magnetic sled, through the likely crash site of the first recognized interstellar meteor, IM-1, the expedition research team recovered shards of corroded iron. At first, we thought it may be common industrial iron associated with human-made ocean trash, but when Ryan Weed ran the sample of shards through the X-ray fluorescence analyzer, the XRF, the most likely alloy it flagged is X5 steel with titanium, which is also known as shock-resisting steel. The yield strength of S5 steel is 1.7 GPa, is well above that of iron meteorites, and this is consistent with the fact that IM-1 was tougher in material strength than all other 272 meteors in the CNEOS catalog of NASA. Most importantly, the shape of the recovered shards is nearly flat, as if they were surface layers broken off them from a technological object which experienced extreme material stress. Iron meteorites break into small pieces, which are melted by the fireball into spherules that rain down and are recovered in strewn fields as nearly spherical fragments. It is possible that the fireball of 1M1 or IM-1 resulted from the breakup of surface layers, and the core of the object survived entry through the atmosphere, as expected for spacecraft. As it turns out, the magnetic sled bumped into a solid object in run 6, but this encounter was not captured by the sled's camera because it ran out of batteries. Oh, come on! Yeah, come on! Come on, Loeb. We can't have that happening. Come on. Oh, I went through the debris field. But, we ran into a solid object and, Well, we couldn't detect it because the batteries died. Bullshit! What are you hiding, Avi? You see, we're not going to get transparency, not even from the Avi Loeb team. No way, batteries died. Yeah, I understand batteries die. But don't you get a warning on your sophisticated instruments there that the battery's going to die in 10 minutes, got to replace it or come back home? Bullshit. I'm calling your bullshit out. You ran into a solid object. You know what it is by now, but we don't. Bullshit, man. It is. It's bullshit. My drone knows when the battery's going to run out. It says, hey, if I don't come back now, I may never come back. And you know what it does? It'll come back home if I don't bring it home. How come they don't have that technology? My ass, they don't. Who are we kidding? Today, Run 7 recovered additional iron shards along the path separated from Run 6 by a few kilometers. This indicates that the shards are not associated with the single wreck site, but rather constitute a wide debris field consistent with a IM1 origin. All right. And we noticed two types of shards that we label red and gray based on their color, which in turn reflects different oxide states. Preliminary XRF analysis implies that the gray type resembles S5 steel, with 93% iron and 0.8% titanium by mass, whereas the red type is 99.3 iron and 0.1% titanium. The red type shards are labeled by the XRF as close to 1100 series carbon steel, with the yield strength of about 200 MPa, surprisingly close to the ram pressure at which IM1 disintegrated. There's your weed. Wow. Does this coincidence mean that we have recovered fragments from IM1? And if so, why would an interstellar object be made of steel unless it was manufactured technologically? The technological origin would be consistent with the flat shape of the recovered shards from Run 6 and 7 on June 18th and 19th this year. The speed of IM1 outside the solar system was higher than any human-made spacecraft so far. Big deal. Big deal. Avi Loeb with Ryan Weed. I thought that guy would be a little green. Hey, you know, Ryan Weed, he's a bud. Nothing. Nothing. Pretty amazing. That is amazing. But why are they finding metal shards from a meteor? Are we supposed to think like this? Is that wrong? Does that make sense? I thought meteors were made of rock. Why are they picking up steel? Is anybody else questioning what's going on here? Does that make any sense? Am I missing something? They're looking for the first interstellar object. It's a rock. Well, Avi Loeb thinks it might be a spaceship or something, right? This is absolute nutty. This is nuts and bolts on the more of the nuts side. Avi Loeb is wasting everybody's time. I'm sorry. I think the guy's wasting everybody's time, and I don't get it. I don't get what's going on. I understand what they're doing, but it's just awful. It's a waste of freaking time. Do you know how many thousands of dollars they're spending digging for this stuff in the ocean? And how do you know? How do you know that's the interstellar rock? How do you know? You can tell by what it's made of that it came from. So what? I get it. I get it. But this guy's looking for spaceships. Avi Loeb also. This guy is a storyteller. I don't trust him at all. I give him this much chance to be right. Oh shit, check this out. I just had a story and it's called Harvard Professor is Right. Some UFOs are aliens, government officials told him. Avi Loeb was talking as if Men in Black visited him. And I had the story ready, got the link, and now it says the page you're looking for doesn't exist. And I wrote for the subject line when I sent myself the story, it was from How and Wise. And I said, Avi Loeb's bullshit. 2 men visited him right on path or something like that. How and Wise, that's where I'm on right now. Isn't this it? No, I'm not. That's so bizarre. Let me go to How and Wise while we're here. I want to see if it's on the front page. You know? Retired CIA officer testified Roswell alien beings' DNA was found in human genome. Well, that's not the story. Let's go to UAP phenomenon. Is that what it was, I think? It's got to be in here. John Travolta's dead? He died? Oh, that's sad. I didn't know. Hold on, let me see. I don't see it here. It's not here anymore. Avi Loeb. Wait. Oh, I thought that was Avi Loeb for a second. It was Bob Lazar. They do look a lot alike. This is so strange. The story's gone. Ah. Yep. It's gone. So I guess they don't want that Avi Loeb story out there. That's amazing. You know what? Let me check homepage just to make sure. Las Vegas UFO crash is real. Claims man worked for New York. Man or aliens in deep space. No. Yeah, it's not here. Huh. Okay. Duly noted. Avi Loeb said, I read the article, thank God, but he said he was visited by a couple of guys inquiring him, and he said they were dressed up like government officials. He's making up this freaking story. You know what I mean? Oh, wait. Oh, I thought I had it in another from. Oh, wait, I may have it. Let's see if. Okay, I did get it twice. Here we go. Let's see if this. Harvard professor is right. Some UFOs are aliens, government officials from DC told Avi Loeb. This got to be it. Yeah, this is it. Oh, this is not it. Mysterious difficulties are still preventing the release of information related to the government's hoarding and suppressing data about the first known interstellar object to land on Earth, nearly a year after U.S. Space Command confirmed that scientists had correctly identified it. Whereas scientists provide an explanation for the trajectory of the most controversial, Oumuamua. Scientists Jennifer Bergner and Daryl Seligman submitted a paper concluding that Oumuamua contained water and molecular hydrogen, which froze into ice due to the extreme cold of deep space. When the interstellar object entered the inner solar system and warmed up, the ice converted to its crystalline state, causing the H2 to be forced out and provide the propulsion push that explained the acceleration. The scientists ruled out nitrogen and carbon monoxide as possible explanations for the outgassing and acceleration because their levels were too low. Dr. Avi Loeb said Oumuamua was not a hydrogen water iceberg. He submitted a new paper in collaboration with Team Hang, challenging the surface temperature calculation of Oumuamua made by Bergner and Darrell in their recent paper published in Nature. So Avi Loeb is counter what? He's countering what they said. He and Huang argued that the calculation ignored the cooling effect of evaporating hydrogen, leading to an overestimation of the surface temperature by a factor of 9. The decrease in surface temperatures limit the thermal annealing of water ice, further challenging the original model's credibility. See, it's already screwed up. How is it possible when you're supposed to have the data and it's supposed to be all 100% accurate? How do you have two different studies? Because one is biased and one isn't. Avi Loeb is biased that Oumuamua must have been an alien spaceship, and he will fight till the death till he gets that answer his way. I'm not a fan of Avi Loeb. I'm a fan of what's being done over there, but him, nah, not him. He's terrible. He is terrible. I don't know if he's a terrible person, but he's not really good at this job. No. Sorry, he's not. Nope. Not buying it. I'm not going over that. That's Bigfoot. All right, the Schumann resonance. Have you seen, do you know what that is? Here, let me pull this up. And this is never, people are saying they've never seen anything like this before with the Schumann resonance. I know, it's resonance. That's what this is right here. This little mapoid. Let me see if this explains. Here we go. So UAP UFO News did a little thing on this today. Here, let's just take a close-up look. So take a look. Something's happening. So it goes on. He says, I've seen lots of posts on UFO Twitter about Schumann resonance recently, so I decided to make a post about it because I've been watching SR almost every day for the last couple of years, and I can say it clearly affects nature, people, and their behavior. This pattern is unlike anything I've ever seen before. It's either a malfunction or there's something major going on with the Earth. I can't even speculate. Oh, you mother's dick. Speculate what it could be. Switching poles? Something with human consciousness? Somebody turned off the Alaskan pyramid? That's funny. For a simplified interpretation, I'd say when there are big spikes in the resonance, it's either a totally crazy, chaotic day, you might have headaches, etc., or it's an amazing day and you feel really connected. It's the Earth's heartbeat. That's me. That's me. I'd recommend watching this great documentary about the Schumann resonance, electromagnetic fields, radiation, and its effect on nature. Lots of people heard about SR. You can see the regular random pattern on left side of the image. The current pattern is really extraordinary, but not sure if it's legit data. So this left side is supposed to be what it's normally like. And then on the right here, after that dark, was it a malfunction? This could be something major, like something that interferes with the Earth's magnetic. Isn't it? Isn't that what it is? The Earth's magnetosphere? What is it? Electromagnetic wave? What's going around the earth? What are we doing? What is it that deflects the sun's particles? What is that called? The Schumann resonance? He's so stupid. Hold on. I think I know who knows about this. I'm going to pull it up here. Hold on a second. Let me pull this up. This is good. This is good. Oh, what am I doing? I'm such a bone. Hold on, I got it. I think I know who has an answer. You're going to like it, and you're going to hate it. Huh. Huh. No. Oh, I guess he didn't do it. All right. Yeah, usually, let me take a look. Let me see if he did. Hold on, let me see this. Solar flares we've had in the last 24 hours. It's starting to get active, the sun, he says. Let's see. Yeah, nothing on the resonance. That's strange. This is really interesting from Mr. MBB333. Yeah, he usually... Hold on. He usually does something on the resonance every show. But he didn't. It's the Earth's electromagnetosphere, isn't it? It's the ionosphere? Okay. That's what Cosmic Dave said. The ionosphere. Okay. But look at all these people without power.
Wanted to show you guys the recent power outage situation going on here in the United States. Right now, over 775,000 customers without electricity due to inclement weather, or at least the majority of it's from the storms that went through the Central Plains yesterday with very high winds and a few tornadoes, large hail, and a few...
Yeah, you can see where I live. Those big storms that were coming in. I'll show you.
To inclement weather, or at least the majority of it's...
Right here. Right where this is, right above Tampa. And look at this red. Just go.
From the storms that went
Constant.
through the Central
Boom,
Plains
boom,
yesterday
boom.
with very high winds and a few tornadoes, large hail. This is a look at the map from yesterday evening, and the majority of the reports you see on here are high wind reports. There were multiple reports of tornadoes.
All right. I'm not interested in weather right now. I'll put the link to that in the show description. Let's move on. Oh. Are you guys into numerology at all? This one is me. It's supposed to be me. So let's see. You guys tell me if this is me, because I'm born on the 10th. I have a 1 in my... That's what this is about. If you have a 1. But watch this. Tell me if this applies to you. I love this shit. Numerology is the biggest scam, like global warming.
You're born in the first. People born in the first are extremely argumentative. Argumentative starts with A. A is the first letter. When you look at words like lawyer, first vowel A. You look at words like attorney, first vowel A. What do? They argue A, the law.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. That's if you're using the English dictionary, you dummy. What if you, what if you speak in a different language? A is for apple. Shut up.
A. So people who are ones are what you would call people who are a little bit more on the argumentative side. So you're born in the first. People born in the first are extremely argumentative. Argumentative starts with A. A is the first letter. When you look at words like lawyer, first vowel A. You look at words like attorney, first vowel A. What do? They argue A, the law A. So people...
Yeah, the law A. Oh, law A. I thought, what happened to being the first letter? Now it's the middle letter? Shut off. Numerology is the biggest hoax on the internet as far as I'm concerned. That and reverse speech. Yeah, we're going to do a show on reverse speech this week, I think. Yeah. Not a big fan of numerology at all. At all. What is this? The citizen hearing? Oh my God, what is this? Oh, no, this is cool. I didn't know. I remember this from 10 years ago. Guys, let's go back and look at history for a second. For a minute. We're going to go back to, I think it's 2013. April 29th, May 3rd, 2013. We take you back to the historic citizen hearing on UFO disclosure held at the NPC, the National Press Club. 10 years ago, Greer was doing it. Where was I? I was here. Was that the year I retired? I think I was retired that year. I took a year off for no reason other than I hated everything.
It was done by John Peterson of the Arlington Institute. And he was friends with...
wow, Greer looks younger, huh?
Who became CI Director Woolsey. CI Director Woolsey invited us to come to Washington to meet with him and some folks to discuss this. And it was to my great surprise and dismay to learn that the CI Director had made inquiries into this subject and had not gotten any
I see Sheehan's head.
This was also true
there he is.
of President Clinton, who through Webster Hubble had also made inquiries. Because of this, we decided to put together an initiative which was called Project...
See this lady right here? She wants Greer on another level of want. Either that or she just really likes what he's saying. Look at the love, the adoring eyes. Oh, she's looking at, watch. She's looking at him.
Starlight. And it was very
she
much
wants that hair.
In the early days with briefing senior people in the military and government. And to my dismay, I have to say at this point that we discovered that there was an extra-constitutional management of this subject, which continues to this moment, which I find, as Eisenhower said, an existential threat to our democracy. It's for that reason, a few years ago, I left my medical career to pursue this and to get the truth out to the public because I feel it's a matter of very pressing concern. I'm an emergency doctor, and I always kind of...
Wait a minute. That was 10 years ago. 2013. Huh. So 10 years before that, 12 years before that, he did the Disclosure Project. Okay. Which got overshadowed by 9/11 after that happened. Because just a few days later, 9/11 happened. See, and that's what I think the Grush, the alien in Vegas, was all about. I think it was a distraction to what Greer was doing. Yeah, I do. A little bit, but it doesn't make any sense. Especially the Las Vegas UFO kid. That happened on May 1st. Why did they wait a whole month to drop that? You know? And if that, okay, look. That kid's not a whistleblower. The videos are very controversial. He's not a whistleblower. He's just somebody who says he witnessed something that doesn't really match up to what we saw with the meteor and everything else. I don't know. But then there was that other video we looked at the other night on Saturday night where the object looked like it crashed into the ground. God, I don't know.
Halfway joking.
I'm going to jump up here a little bit just because this is forever. I just want to see. Oh, who's this guy? Oh, is that Graham? Wait, Is that Grant Cameron?
Dr. Gibbons agreed to try to
It
get
is.
some sort of disclosure on the UFO subject.
Oh, hey, by the way, get your speed hearing ears on because this guy speaks like he's on crystal meth sometimes.
He asked Mr.
Not that
Rockefeller
guy.
to pick one case that could be declassified, and then all the rest of the cover-up material could be dealt with. Mr. Rockefeller picked the 1947 UFO crash at Roswell as the case to investigate. And that is one of the reasons why there was a reinvestigation of the Roswell crash by the U.S. Air Force in
Why is he saying Roswell? Why is he putting a D on the bottom of Roswell? He did it twice.
Maccabee, who had done a couple of UFO lunchtime talks at the CIA headquarters. The briefing therefore became not an official briefing on the subject, but just a personal opinion of one researcher inside the UFO community. Rockefeller exerted great pressure on the Clinton White House, threatening to write an open letter demanding UFO disclosure from President Clinton and to make this demand public in full-page ads in all the major newspapers in the United States. Under this pressure, Dr. Gibbons agreed to try to get some sort of disclosure on the UFO subject. He asked Mr. Rockefeller to pick one case that could be declassified, and then all the rest of the cover-up material could be dealt with. Mr. Rockefeller picked the 1947 UFO crash at Roswell as the case to...
It's not Roswell. It's not Roswell, duh. There's no D.
...be declassified, and then all the rest of the cover-up material could be dealt with. Mr. Rockefeller picked the 1947 UFO crash at Roswell as the case to investigate. And that is one of the reasons why there was a reinvestigation of the Roswell crash by the U.S. Air Force in 1994. The U.S. Air Force did not decide to do it on their own. At the same time, the White House was greenlighting a reinvestigation of Roswell. The Government Accountability Office was also doing a reinvestigation of the Roswell crash.
Does anybody else want to throw down right now with that guy? Just to knock some shit into him to say Roswell the right way? It's not Roswell. I don't care if he's from Canada and speaks a little differently because he has an accent. It's not Roswell, duh. Duh. I hate that. That's like when people say third phase of the moon. It's third phase of moon. And it's David Wilcock, not Wilcox. Cosmic Dave, 20 pound, 20 quid. All I can say is, why are they? Who are they? What do they mean? I know. What do they mean? I often wondered about that myself. Cosmic Dave, thanks for the 20 pound, 20 quid. Who are they?
What are they?
What are they?
Why are they?
Why are they here?
What do they mean?
You know what they mean.
What are they?
What are they?
Why are they?
Why are they here? What do they mean?
What are they, everybody?
Are they harbingers of world change? These secrets in the fields. Are they harbingers of world change? These secrets in the fields.
Secrets in the
Are they
field.
harbingers of world change?
It won't turn off.
Secrets in the fields.
It won't turn off.
Secrets in the fields.
It won't stop playing.
What are they? Why are
It wouldn't stop. Thank you very much, Cosmic Dave UK, for the 20 pound, 20 quid. All you wanted was, what are they? The Crop Circle song from Greg Brown, everybody. You can find that song on Radar Recording. 256 subscribers still. Thanks, Cosmic Dave. Mucho gusto, generoso. $20. Hey, if you want to help support GoFund, same thing. Super Chat, Super Sticker, PayPal, Cash App, all the links are in the show description, even on the homepage of GoFund in the About section. Yeah, all the links are there too. It feels good, doesn't it, when you help somebody like GoFund? Because all we do, every single show, all we do is truthology. It's true. It's true. All right. Let's I gotta play this just for fun. This has nothing to do with UFOs. But every now and then I like to play a little Piers Morgan. Piers Morgan. Just because he makes me laugh. I like a good discussion. And it's par for the course for what's going on in our world today. It has nothing to do with UFOs. Okay, GoFund likes to switch things up a little bit because I'm that way. I get bored.
Look, LGB, and then we added LGBTQIA+++, and then we included men who dress up like women and mock women. It's okay if you're proud of your sexuality, but why do I have to be proud of your sexuality?
Why are you so triggered
by
a flag?
I'll tell
It's
you
a
what
rainbow
problem.
flag.
I'm not triggered by a rainbow flag. I'm triggered by the fact that everywhere I go for a calendar month, everything has to be a rainbow flag. And
Well, I'm triggered that everywhere I go for the entire year, everything has to be straight.
Where's
everywhere.
my straight flag?
Why am I constantly
Where
getting
is
straight
my
people-
straight flag?
Straight people holding hands in the
When
street.
have you ever seen a straight flag?
Well,
Where's the straight
constantly.
flag?
Everywhere.
Where's my straight flag?
It's everywhere.
There's never been a straight flag.
Both of you are straight, and you're saying you're exhausted.
How do you know I'm straight? How dare you guess my
For God's
sexuality?
sake, like, let's not play games here.
How many letters are there now in the
That's such
official?
a pointless question.
How many are there?
It's a flag that represents.
How many
I
letters?
don't even know.
How many are there?
I don't need
Exactly
to know.
my point.
I don't need to know because it's not about
There
the
are so
letters.
many letters now we can't keep up with.
I just thought that was funny. No comment. No. You kidding? I would never make a comment about that. That ain't my speed. All right, how about this? Whistleblower. You ready? This is from the Illuminati bot on Twitter. Oh, I can't read this. Never mind. I thought it was something totally different. Oh, this comes from Disclosure King. Top U.S. PSYOP command trainer David Grush. It feels dark to me. Something is off. This has the hallmarks of a disinformation campaign. Why do I keep hearing this over and over and over of a disinformation campaign? Do you know that's what this guy Chase Hughes said from the behavior panel, the behavior group, the guy who does the body language? Everything I said, he said. I'm telling you, they're coming to me for answers. They are. How could it be that close? How could we be that close in what we said? One of us cheated and it wasn't me.
I sat for a while this morning trying to figure out just what it is that's making me uneasy about this whole thing. It feels dark to me, and it feels like something is off about this.
Something is off.
And it has the feeling of a person involved in something bigger than themselves, as if they were maybe told to make this happen, maybe told to blow the whistle in an orchestrated way. And this has the hallmarks. This has the hallmarks of a disinformation campaign. I'm the guy that trains the U.S. Army Psychological Operations Command on this stuff. Unusual tonality, like we saw here, happens often on stage. Unusual and repetitive phrases happen often on it. Trains the U.S. Army Psychological.
Sorry. Wow. What did he just say there? I'm the one who trains what?
Information campaign. I'm the guy that trains the U.S. Army Psychological Operations Command
Wow.
on this stuff. Unusual tonality, like we saw here, happens often on stage. Unusual and repetitive phrases happen often on stage. Immediate delivery of lines without taking time to process questions happens on stage. Lack of anger about things you're supposed to be angry about happens on stage. Immediate mouth closure after delivery of lines happens on stage. Vagueness happens when questions are asked that aren't in the script.
When questions are asked that are not in the script are answered that way. On stage. On stage. Wow. So, David Grush said a lot of stuff. But he's not a true whistleblower. That's the end of the story on him. Really is, right? Right? And around that same time, Grush came out. The Las Vegas alien story tried to take us away. You could say that. You know, that's dumb. Let's stop saying that. Let's stop it. It's not what happened. If anything, it helped. Having that kid's story is not a distraction. Greer's or David Grush's second interview, which was the day before Greer's, National Press Club event, you could say it was planned and orchestrated and they tried to take away from what Greer was doing, get your eyes over there instead. No, if that was the case, they would have played and done all that stuff at the same exact time, not the day before or days after. You know what I mean? It helped Greer in his cause for the whistleblowers. It helped. It all helped each other. Greer's story helped the kid helped Grush helped Greer, and so on. Because everybody's on the internet and they type in Grush UFO or Grush whistleblower, then Greer's will pop up, right? And then as you're typing that up, then all of a sudden you see Las Vegas aliens. What the? It all helps everybody. You type in aliens in Las Vegas, and then you're going to see Greer and you're going to see Grush. So I don't like it that people say it was a distraction. It was not a distraction. Absolutely not. All right, time to show you a couple of UFOs that are just, well, not UFOs. Why do they do this? This comes from Think Tank. Actually, this one's kind of interesting. I don't know what it is. You're going to have to do this one on your own. I have no clue. I've never seen anything like it. I almost say balloon, but I've never seen one do this. Check it out. Tell me what you think. No sound with it. It's spinning. See it? It's wobbling. Oh, I don't like that he's doing that cutaway like that. Why is he doing that? Why is the video doing that? Oh, wait a minute. They're faking it. This is that satellite or that thing that fell, that was falling to Earth, that left an imprint in the ground. Then it cuts back to the actual story, to the actual event, the balloons that were actually captured. This is a hoax. This is what they captured, the balloons. That's why there's these quick cutbacks of edit. They're not doing anything. Oh, wait, they are. Why did they edit so shitty like that? Yeah, it is wobbling. I guess I'm wrong. I don't know what it is, but it's a terrible editing job. It looks fake. It looks like it was added. This doesn't look real. Watch. I'll show you why. It looks like it was added. See that box? Yeah, it's a hoax. It's pixelating. If it was, if that box was there, it would have stayed there the whole time. It's pixelating. I don't know what that thing is. I think we're being duped. That think tank is a strange, gullible person, whoever it is. All right, and this has got to be the worst UFOs of the year. I keep telling this girl, everything you're doing is terrible, just awful. Try to give her advice, try to help her out. But then, you know, then she thinks she's captured a big UFO and then releases one of these. Here we go in 5, 4, 3, 2. Like, does anybody else not see the wings expanding? Right? You see how fast it went by? Look at that. Look at the wing. Oh, now it's going back up. Now watch. Now it's going to go up. Oh, that's a wing of an insect or a bird. All it is flying in front of the camera. But these people, you know, they do anything for clicks and views. It's Twitter. God, you could easily tell that was an insect. Unless that's the UFOs. That's what they look like. Right? It's UFOs now. You can see the wings. See, right here. Sorry, Nikki Noel. POS again. You've nailed it in the worst possible way. Bad job. Bad job. I know, Sapphire. I know. That was really nice. Really nice of her to post that for all of us to see. Do I have any more of these? Oh, I got to show you one video here before we get out. This is insane. You have never seen anything like this except for in the movies. I couldn't believe it. From now on Goof On, anytime I see something that I think is interesting or just crazy, I'm going to share it. You know, this is one of those videos. Check this out.
The car! Stop the car! Stop the f***ing car! Stop the f***ing car! Stop the f***ing car! Stop it! Stop the car! Put on the f***ing brakes! Put on the brakes! Stop the f***ing car! Stop the f***ing car, man!
Is that Tyler Glockner? That's insane! Holy shit! Wow! Oh my God, that's got to be insane! How's he holding on? Oh! Oh man!
Stop the car! Stop!
That was so insane. That guy earned his money. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out tonight here at Goof On. We did it again. Another show, another Monday. My 9-to-5ers don't work too hard. You only got about 3.5 days left for the week. You know, it's already Tuesday morning, so day's almost over. You'll go to sleep. You'll forget all about everything. You'll wake up. You're tired half the day. Next thing you know, it's Wednesday. So you only got a couple of days left in the week. But we'll be back tomorrow night nonetheless. 7 p.m. right here on the YouTube. I can't thank you enough. Moderators and super chatters, thank you for supporting the show and being here, putting your time in to make sure we have a really good chat room, which I think we have one of the best, if not the best. Of course, Amy has the best, but, you know, we're on at 7 at night. She's on 7 in the morning. So I have the best one at night. She has the best one in the morning. That's how I look at it. Hey, we're almost all the same people. That's why. So don't forget to go to Amy's show tomorrow morning, Alien Girl. And we'll be back tomorrow. And thank you, newcomers and the veterans, of course. Thank you for hanging out again. And thank you for giving GoofOn a chance to show you what we like to call truthology for... Come on. Truthology for ufology. For you. And we'll be back tomorrow, like I said. So that's it. Be safe, be kind, and alien bless.
Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. God have mercy on your soul.
Warning. Control life. Warning. Warning. Failure. Control life. Warning.
Unidentified flying objects